Good morning. Good morning. Just waiting for a few seconds for some persons to come on in. As you can see, I'm driving, so I'm not holding my phone. But put the phone on silent. But I have a word for you as I'm driving. The Spirit of the Lord began to speak to me. And I just want to share this encouraging message with you. I'm on the way to pick up Prophetess Abigail, and the Lord started to speak to me. And so come on in, share the broadcast, share it with somebody, because I'm sure it's going to bless someone. I'm not going to be long. I always say that, but I'm not going to be long. As I was on this drive this morning, I started to think about the goodness of God, and I started to think about where He's brought me from and where He's brought my family from. And the Spirit of the Lord began to say to me, encourage somebody with this word. And He said, do what they say you couldn't do. He said, do what they said you couldn't do. And people of God, I just want to encourage you today to show your haters, show the enemies, even some of your own family members that say that you couldn't do it, that say you couldn't get the degree, that said you couldn't go to college, that say you couldn't go to school. Some of them even plotted on your children and say they would never finish school, and they would be, high school dropouts, and they would be, a statistic of teenage pregnancy. But I want to encourage you today. Do the impossible. Do the things that they say you couldn't do. Everything that your enemies said that you couldn't accomplish, I want to encourage you today to go beyond what they said you could not do. They draw a line in the sand and they said that you couldn't come across that line. But I dare you today, listen, I double dare you today to cross that line. Cross that line of impossibility. Cross that line of lack. Cross that line of poverty. Cross that line of generational curses. Cross that line that they said that you couldn't make it. My God, I don't care even if you were a teenager and you had a child. Even if you had children out of wedlock. Listen, I'm here to tell you today. Cross the line of impossibility. Cross the line that says that you are not good enough. Cross the line that says, listen, you can't go beyond this point. You only could reach so far. But I'm here to tell you today, people of God, as the Spirit of the Lord began to speak to me as I'm driving down this highway. And He said, everything that the enemy said you couldn't do, you will accomplish. God said that I'm about to elevate you. I don't know who am I speaking to this morning, but I just want to encourage someone today that God is about to elevate you. He's about to elevate you beyond the point that you thought that you could go. You thought that you only could have reached so far. You thought that you was only good enough to reach a certain level. But God is about to blow your mind in this season. God is going to pick you up, turn you around, and change your life completely. A 360-degree turn. I'm telling you, people of God, this is not the season to sit down and to wallow in your mess. This is not the season to sit down and to sit down in your mess. But God is saying in this season that I am about to elevate you. The places they said you couldn't go, God is about to take you. The things they said you couldn't do, God is about to do it. The accomplishments, God began to speak to me even as I was driving and the music was playing. God said, listen, look at your life, look back and see all of the things that you accomplished that people said you couldn't accomplish. Yes, I wasn't a high school dropout, but I did not receive my high school diploma. I went back to school and I got my high school diploma. They said that I would never got on the police force. But listen, I tried for 7 years. And after 7 years, I got on the police force. Listen, they said that, Marva, you can't raise your children on your own and they, turn out to be good children. Listen, I raised my children on my own. And by God's grace, they are great children. People of God, let me tell you today, everything that they said that was impossible, God is about to make it possible. I preached a word last night that you are coming out of your furnace. I am coming out of my furnace. Listen, people of God, I live this thing. I live this thing every day. And so when God gave me this topic, I'm telling you, people of God, I had to walk this thing out. I had to walk this thing out. I literally walked through the fire. I literally went through the fire. But I'm here to tell you today that I came out on the other side. I came out of the fire unscathed, not looking like fire, not looking and smelling like smoke. I'm here to tell you today that I was not burned, not a hair on my head was kindled, my clothes was not singed. I do not even look like what I've been through. I do not look like the rape. I do not look like the abuse. I do not look like the girl that did not get a high school diploma. I do not look like the girl that had children out of wedlock. I do not look like the girl that went through a divorce. I do not look like that girl who was in a marriage for only 6 months. I do not look like that girl. But the woman that you see today, she went through the fire and she came out of the fire. And so, people of God, I want to tell you today, as I leave this broadcast, remember this word today and even throughout this year, that everything they said was impossible, God is about to make it possible. You are about to be elevated even beyond your own. Listen, what you thought that God was going to do, He's going to blow your mind in this season. I need you to begin to declare, I need you to begin to decree over your life that you are walking out of your furnace. You are walking out of the fire. You are about to be elevated to the mountaintop. It may seem as if you are in the fire now. It may seem that you are in your valley now, but you are about to experience your mountaintop experience. Come on, somebody. You are about to go to the mountaintop. Yes, God had to let go some people. He had to take away some friends. He had to take away some relationship. He had to take some things off of you. That is the reason why you went through the fire, because some things had to come off. He had to take away some stuff in order for you to be not weighed down. God had to relieve you of some of the weight in order for you to be able now to shoot up to your mountaintop experience. There was too much weight that was holding you back. You are about to come out of the fire and you are about to be elevated to your mountaintop. So somebody receive this today in the name of the Lord. Everything they said that was impossible, God is about to make it possible. You are not on a mission that is impossible, but you are on a mission that is very much possible. Blessings to all of you this morning. And I pray that this message was a blessing to you today. Listen, the woman of God is on the island. She is here in Abaco. Listen, people of God, if you are free tonight and you are in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, I don't care if you're in Cooperstown, Sandy Point, make your way to Marsh Harbor tonight. Be in the house at Walking into Destiny. We are located right across from BCN. We're going to be in the house tonight. Listen, deliverance will take place. Prophecy will take place. Listen, the words will be in the place. Somebody come and receive your deliverance today. Come and receive your word from the Lord today. You are about to walk out of the furnace, and tonight we will be in the place at 7:30 at Walking into Destiny, right across from BCN TV Network, and we're going to be in the place. The woman of God, I'm sure she has a word from the Lord just for you. Invite a friend, invite your sister, invite your mother, invite your daddy, invite your friends to come on down tonight. Let's listen. Come on down tonight and receive what it is that God has for you in this season. So begin to declare that I am walking out of my furnace, and everything that was impossible, God is about to make it possible. Bless you, and may you have a good and blessed day in Jesus' name.